What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's staying positive and staying productive. I want to speak to you guys about separation season. Separation season, whether you know it or not, at some point in your life, you have or will multiple times come to that crossroads where you have to make a decision and separate yourself. And that's a choice that we all come to multiple times in multiple aspects of our life. It happens with our spiritual and our physical sense. It happens with our career and our financial sense. It happens with our relationships, whether family, whether friends, whether intimate. And what do I mean by that? In life, there's two, let's just say, categories of people. Three, there's one in the middle that just cruises, but often they end up with this category here. But let's just say there's two categories of people. There's the ones that are pretty ambitious, aspirational. They always want to do a little bit better. They want good things. They want better things for their life. They're driven. And then there's the people that don't think much about that. They live in the moment. They live off of impulses. They live off of reactions. And, whatever happening is happening at the time. They give a minimal effort. Both of them will come to the crossroads of separation for separate reasons. The people that are ambitious, that want more, are going to come to certain points where they've reached that peak and have to now enter a new level when it comes to their goals or aspirations, whether it's financial, whether it's academic, whether it's athletic, whether it's something to do with assets. They're going to reach a point where they have to get to that next level. And to be able to reach that next level, they're going to have to separate themselves from certain routines and habits and hobbies for a certain amount of time, or even completely have to cut things out of their life. The same thing happens in the other category. The people that are just cruising, doing the minimum at the bottom, that don't have aspirations or ambitions, that do the minimum, they come to points in their life where they're so messed up when it comes to their money. Their back's against the wall. They're in debt. They can barely pay the bills. Inflation's getting to them. They can't provide for themselves or for the people that they care about the life that they want. They're in constant need. They're in deprivation. They have anxiety. They wake up thinking about how to save money, go to sleep thinking about how they're going to get through the next day, and money is consuming their head. They come to a point where they have to make a choice. And it's like, what am I doing with my free time? What am I doing with my views? What am I watching? What am I listening to? What am I wasting my cash on for instant gratifications, whether it's some junk food or shirt or shoes? Where can I be putting this to learn better skill sets or learn some traits and some habits to be able to help me give more value so I can get better jobs, or to do something on the side, or to learn a skill set to be able to help somebody to improve my life. These are crossroads. These also happen with your relationships, There's certain times that you're going to realize that the group of people that you're hanging out with now in this season of your life are not going to help you bloom into the next version of your life. And it doesn't mean you have to cut them off completely. You'll have family members, you'll have friends that are toxic, that are pessimists, that are narcissists, that are life's a half cup. They're the ones that are always going to tell you and try to keep you in fear and tell you that everything's going to go wrong. Why would you leave that job? Why would you leave this state or this country? Or why would you leave that relationship? Who else is going to be with you? People like us don't get divorced, or people like us don't leave here. You're always going to have these people around you that are not aligned with your goals, whichever category that you're in. Because this category down here, we said the person that's doing the minimum, they get forced into the separation season. The other people do it by choice. But separation season comes, and these are really important times in your life, because you can save a lot of wasted time and a lot of wasted energy and a lot of mistakes if you can see these seasons come to you. And you can see these points of life where you have to choose a certain path and make the right choice. So the reason I'm making this video is because I make all these videos for my clients, for them to be able to view them. And when I want to explain something in detail to them, I can pop back in here and give it to them, in detail, without their busy schedule or our time differences, because they're all over the world, getting in the way. Everybody comes to this point at some point, and people get confused. People get confused and like, I really want to do this. I really want to have that. I really want to create this, but it's going to take me away from my buddies or my girlfriends, or my friends are starting to say that I'm not fun, or I'm not the old me. They miss the sorry, they miss the old me. These things are not going to hinder you or cause you stress if you understand them correctly, that it's normal, it's part of the process. This is your separation season. This is where you can maturely and honestly make decisions with the one life that you have, and hopefully you make the correct decision. And I don't want people out there that I coach or that come onto the program or that are just listening and viewing this to feel like there's something wrong with them for feeling that. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're a mean person. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. If you were doing the minimum and you came to a point where your back's against the wall and you start thinking differently, now you got anxiety that's telling you we should be doing this, starting this, creating that, stopping this, stop talking to them. This is your separation season. This is great. This is your life. You know, the chapters of life, every chapter should be different, and you should be evolving, and you should be changing, and you should be learning. So I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Unfortunately, a lot of people come to this point and they retract, they regress, they isolate, they get quiet, they don't know how to deal with it. They start analyzing it in a right or wrong way. Like, oh, if I speak to them about this, or if I cut them off, what's going to happen to me? And this isn't good karma and blah, blah, blah. No, you have to do the best you can with your life. And when separation season comes, it's great. When you can see it coming and it happens to you, that's amazing. That's the universe gifting you a new gateway for abundance. It's a new level up. It's for you to be able to receive more, to become more, to give more, to get more in your life. It's saying to you, okay, you got to cross this path, make some changes with this that you were doing before, and then you're allowed to get this gift. Okay? But if you carry on the way you are before doing this, you're not going to be able to receive this. So I want people out there to embrace separation season, because if you're going through it and there is people in your life or there are situations that you really care about, you can help bring them into that next level of elevation. You can teach them and help them to join your journey to become more abundant when it comes to their finances, or take that person and keep that relationship going with you chapter after chapter after chapter. But if anything or anyone is an anchor to you and not a propeller to help you fly, and they just cause you to sink, when you come to that point, you have to make a decision to yourself. If you stay where you are and you sink, if that person or those situations, if they were to fly, would they take you if you were sinking? Probably not. So you have to make the right decision when it comes to this. I want everybody out there to be vigilant of this and to be vigilant of the people around them. Here's the big one. You might not want to be changing, but the people around you want to change. Your business partner, your colleagues, your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, or wife, they're going through a separation season. They're going through a time of blooming and morphing into something different. And if you're not vigilant and express yourself and ask and try to speak to them about it and learn what's going on in their head and try to see how that's going to change your path together, this is where the problems come. This is where people get kicked out of businesses, bought out, or sold out. This is where people get divorced and get pushed to the side because, like I said, they want to elevate. They want a propeller. They don't want an anchor. I'm not saying this in a negative way, like you could be the person that's sinking them, but you just might not be moving. They're trying to move forward and you just want to sit still. So separation season is something that's huge in life that a lot of people don't get spoken to about, don't get taught to about, because their parents are not going to say it. Your parents are not going to tell you that they're questioning decisions they made in their past because they're your mom and dad. Why would they tell you that? You might think, oh, maybe they wish they had a different partner and didn't have me at this time in their life. So they're not going to speak to you about it. School's definitely not going to teach you this shit. Whether any university or public school that you go to will never teach you the true wisdom of life. And your friends, unless they're invested into their self-growth or self-development, they're not going to be able to see this or understand it when it comes. So I hope this can bring you guys some value, help you make some good decisions with your life, and help you understand that it's all part of the journey, and it's amazing, and it's what gives you the power to be able to create the future that you want and not settle for the leftovers. Stay good to yourself, stay true to yourself, let nothing and nobody get in the way of the life that you want to live. See you guys next time.